Yeah, Brainiacs. What's up? Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna leave you guys speechless. You've never seen me dressed like this. Gonna leave you speechless. That's right. Yo, what's up? I'm feeling like a newscaster. I'm feeling like a newscaster. Looking like I don't know. Looking like maybe the Colbert Report, or I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just not me. What do you think? No, hell no. In today's bullshit story over on District of Criminals, we've got Nancy Pelosi tied up in a straitjacket and ball gag. Just get the fuck out of here. This is what I'm saying. Love it. Gotta love it. I hope you guys enjoyed Rob Gothier on the Enlightenment Hour. I love you, Rob. You're a great dude. You're my brother from another mother. I do love you, dude. I know you know that. Check this out, man. I gotta get rid of this bullshit. This is just not me. Yeah, man. Hang on a second. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Now I feel like me. Yeah. Open lines night, Brainiacs. What we're gonna talk about? I've got a little bit of stuff queued up here, of topic-wise, right? But nevertheless, you guys, this is your night, your guys' night, your guys' show. Again, this show doesn't happen without you. It does not happen without you. So if you have it in your heart to donate to the show to help us provide for the podcast, keep us going, keep things going. Literally, all you got to do is follow over to matrixminds.live, smash the donation button, and blam. Or Facebook is now saying, oh, you can go monetize the broadcast now. I don't know why, but smash the subscription button. It's like $4 a month. $4 a month. It's $1 a dollar a week per broadcast. Cheaper than shit. Cheaper than a latte at Starbucks. Holy shit. All right, look. Nevertheless, we're gonna have open lines night. Talk about what kind of shit show's going on up here in the Matrix. I'll take off my shades here and go back to being normal. Because it's dark enough. It's already dark enough in this little front porch studio up in here anyway. Again, everybody, if you're new to the show, welcome to Matrix Minds. I'm your host, Matthew Turner. Sit back, enjoy the ride. Welcome aboard.
What do you say, Brainiacs? You guys ready? It's time. It's showtime, brains. That's right. It's Matrix time. And it's go time. Welcome aboard, everybody. Let's go! Talk about ufology, conspiracy, controversy, and anything and everything that we can get into tonight. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Get up, Brainiac! Yeah! It's definitely your show. Your show, and we appreciate you for being here. Buckle up, everybody.
Yeah. Welcome aboard, Brainiacs. I hope you guys are doing well, my friends up in here. I gotta go over here and see what's up. So, check this out. When do you think you see that? Nancy, get out of here. Get out. I've been telling you guys this for a while now. Long time. This is my world, our world. Create this bitch up in here, man. Yes, you guys have got to stay positive, got to stay focused. This construct, this fictitious whatever, it is falling. It is falling. It is absolutely falling. Yeah, man. Let me go over here and see what the brains are doing. Let's do that. Let's see. Go say dun dun dun. See, Facebook's like really being a bitch about notifications up in here. Tell you that, I noticed that. I gotta like bring some stuff in here. Far fraud, that's me. That was me. It's Goldberg. I see Dewdrop. There we go. Dewdrop said something about that was epic. I think it was about the overcoat. All right, was that was about the overcoat? You guys, what's up, man? There's like quite a, I don't know, 19, 20 some of you guys up in here. No more nacho cheese. Jeez, Nancy. No more of this. No more of this, good morning. It's Sunday. And then the reporter would be looking at her like, what the fuck? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Sunday. Come on, man. Would you guys, a question? This is a question for everybody. Do you think that this broad was actually shit-faced whenever she was doing like MSNBC interviews, CNN interviews? You guys, because there's been the questionability of her drunkenness in public. It's pretty damn obvious. I mean, I don't really want to play. I should have done a commentary, but you know, I should have put together like a little collage of like all of the times that she's been shit-faced and done something remarkably stupid, to say the least. Remarkably stupid. Speaking of remarkably stupid, let me go to some things I want to share with you. This right here, let's dive deep now. Y'all hold your breath. There ain't really nothing to dive deep. Well, it just depends. It depends on the topic you guys bring to the show tonight. I mean, I'm going to bring a couple like topics or whatever. But if you guys want to dive deep. Right below me, man. Below me. I'd like to see Nancy Pelosi tied up in a straitjacket, ball gagged. That was my topic. But anyway, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to share something with you. Pretty proud to announce this because again, I couldn't. I just can't make this shit up. I've told you. We've all said this. We have all said this. Right here. Let's see this. Check this out. Pelosi's era draws close as the GOP flips the House. Democrats looked for a change. It was 20 minutes ago. The Bloomberg, Nancy Pelosi's historic run as the sneaker. That word right there. Can we get an autocorrect on that bitch? It's sneaker, not speaker. Sneaker. Okay. We'll continue. They call this her legacy. And it's going to come to an end. Democrats unexpectedly narrow their losses of the majority of the House. And it's been flipped. I told you guys it was coming. Okay? You got to have hope. You got to have faith in your acquisitions and your thoughts. Your thoughts matter. Your thoughts absolutely matter, brains. I've been trying to tell you that for quite some time. In fact, one of my good brothers just did a podcast, The Enlightenment Hour with Rob Gauthier. He'll tell you, your thoughts are extremely, extremely powerful. Okay. Now there's been quite a long time. I know right now, every bit of 2 years I hit and going. I've been waiting for this old bat to exit stage left. And we all have, dude. We all have, hands down. We all have. But nevertheless, that was that was the majority of what I wanted to see right there. I'm also going to share something with you, and that is, of course, we know how left, right, middle works, right? MSNBC, CNN, all of them, Politico, all of the leftist kind of shit show. They're focused on like low vibe, low tribal type unity, you know, put it this way. If Steve Nolan and Dewdrop and everybody up in this chat, right? If everybody's like decides to stand together, unify, go outside and celebrate with the flag, somehow, some way, they'll spin it to where you guys are being extreme radicalist patriots, and well, you guys need to be dispersed. What's up, Miss Stephanie? Hello. See you up in here. What's the topic? It's whatever you want to call me and change the topic to. I would love to change the topic because I can't stand fucking politics. But nevertheless, I'm doing it because I'm going to mock the holy hell out of it. Check this out. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to play an NBC clip of you'll know who it is, saying that Trump announces the presidency candidacy for 2024. Can't make this up. This is them. This is just how they do this. Let me cut to the screen real quick. MSNBC. Do you see this? On demand, MSNBC. Let's do this. Listen closely.
Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. I'm going to start tonight with a hot take. Donald Trump is not actually good at politics. In fact, you could argue there's no bigger loser in American politics than Donald Trump. I mean, just look at his record. Loss after loss after loss. Even the one win in 2016 when he won the presidency. Remember, he lost the popular vote by nearly 2.9 million votes. It's like 2 percentage points. Back in 2018, first midterm elections, his party lost control of the House. Democrats gained a net of 40 seats that year. Of course, in 2020, he lost both the Electoral College, 306 to 232, and the popular vote, with 7 million more Americans choosing Joe Biden.
Stop. I gotta stop it there. And you just got to look at my face. You got to watch my face at this. You just heard what he said, right? But yet we're looking at scratch and sniff. And in this prior election, if anybody, okay, up in this chat, I will challenge you. I will challenge you. If you can find me 10 people, okay, that actually voted, 10 people that actually voted for scratch and sniff Biden, I promise you, I will buy, this ain't a Matrix cup, but I promise you, I will buy you a Matrix Minds coffee cup. Find me 10 fucking people and send them to me in my inbox. Okay, matrixminds2020@gmail.com. Send me the list of their names. They're Democrats, not bots, not paid for bots. But find me 10 people that voted for this man. 10. Because they said 81 million. I can't find 8 people in my life. 8. I can't find 8. But yet we're supposed to just, oh, yeah, it's cool. 81 million votes. Fuck, dude, that's landslide. Right? Oh, my God. This is what I'm saying. Welcome to my Matrix. We cannot make this shit up, guys. This is just heretic. Oh, my God. Continue. Go. Okay, Chris. Chris, get to it, buddy.
Over Donald Trump. Then just last week, the de facto head of the Republican Party once again, for the third election in a row, presided over a wildly disappointing loss. This one a midterm. Democrats will retain control of the Senate, and Republicans will take the House by a tiny, tiny sliver of margin. So whatever political pull Donald Trump may have once had, it does seem clear it's just no longer working. Of course, that's not stopping the ex-president from launching yet another bid for the White House from his exile at Mar-a-Lago last night. It was largely the same. Not a lot of new material. Rigged election, fake news, making America great again. But the hour-long speech was a brutal slog. I mean, really low energy. So much so that even Fox News at one point got bored and cut away for more than 10 minutes.
It's very, very much hurting our country. Germany tried it, Germany tried it. They were up for about a year. Remember I sent to Angela. Remember Angela? Do you remember Angela? Nobody's remembering her now. Angela Merkel.
Just joining us.
Hey, here's the thing. What you tell me he's doing anything, acting any way remotely different than what he did prior to the last election, whenever he became president, and now. Come on, Chris. You're cutting fucking splitting hairs, bro.
His 2024 presidential run. We're going to go back to the speech in just a minute. Let's get some quick snap reaction first from Pete Hegseth, who's been watching along with us. Pete, he went through every issue of success, every issue of failure as it relates to the Biden administration.
Sean, you're killing me.
Chris, you're killing me.
Angela Merkel crowd work was amazing. Why would you cut away from that? And we would play some of the highlights from the president's next speech, but there's honestly nothing to highlight. Like, you've seen this a million times. The most interesting part of the entire announcement was who did and did not attend. Trump's eldest daughter, Ivanka, a top advisor in his administration, along with her husband, was the most notable absence. In a statement that she gave basically during the speech, I think, she said she's quitting the game altogether. Quote, "I love my father very much. This time around, I am choosing to prioritize my young children, the private life we are creating as a family. I do not plan to be involved in politics."
I got to stop it right there. Everybody, we all want to just grow up and be like you, Chris. Did you hear me? We want to be like Chris. Ooh, la 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 la. Chris, listen. If you realize, listen, if we all realize what this family went through, okay, we would realize why they're trying to get out of politics. Just saying. I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out they've all had enough of the shit show. Am I right or wrong? They have all had enough of what's going on. And especially, I mean, come on. Ivanka, okay, and Eric, the entire family has literally been put through the mill. Literally, okay? Anything and everything that could be investigated on this family. Put it this way. If you were new to the Trump era, the Trump train, by no means am I jumping back on that train. Okay, I'm not, absolutely not. I'm just looking at the entirety of the ball of wax and going, it's all a mess. It is all just a fucking mess, and it is. I don't trust any of them. Okay, any of them. But see, here's the thing. Whenever Chris got to talking about the lack of energy, right? The lack of it. What the hell did he want him to do? How did he want him to act? I mean, if I play, we'll go back to playing this clip a little bit, and it's pretty cut and dry. I mean, people tune into MSNBC, but not necessarily to watch Chris. I mean, is he trying to set an example? Let me show you. I'll play the clip some more, because again, we're going to tear the living shit out of the clip. But nevertheless, what kind of energy? What kind of example is you trying to set? What kind of example are you trying to set, Chris? I mean, let me ask you. I don't know, man. You may have rubbed off on me. I want to be like Chris.
Donald Trump Jr., probably his father's biggest cheerleader, also missed the big announcement. Source tells the Daily Beast he was busy on a hunting trip in the Mountain West and couldn't get a flight out to make it back for the speech because of bad weather. Tough break. In fact, 16-year-old Barron and Eric Trump were the only two of Trump's 5 children in attendance, and the ex-president actually highlighted that during his speech. Trump did manage to gather a small crowd of fans in the ballroom at Mar-a-Lago, but as ABC's Jonathan Gall reported, even they couldn't make it through the whole thing.
Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys a question. I got to stop it there. Look at this. I want you to look. Look at the screen if you can see. Look at the screen. You guys see that? You guys see the screen, right? Look at the people. Look at the people behind him. Do you guys see? I do believe whenever I tell you that I am in a matrix, a phantom-based matrix, I'm not kidding. I'm absolutely not kidding. Because it is what they want you to see. It is absolutely what they want you to see. You guys know me. If I were to sit here in an overcoat, mind you, I got married to Melissa in blue jeans, dress shoes, okay, an overcoat which I peeled off, and just a white shirt, black jeans, black shoes, white shirt. I'm me. Okay? I don't have to try to impress anybody. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be famous. I want to be sustained. I want to be just probably like everybody up here in this chat, everybody in the black sheep media. Just leave me the fuck alone. I'm not going to try to pull an illusion over on you. And that's what we see. That's what we see on MSNBC. That's what we see on MSN. That's what we see on CNN. This facade of a reality that somehow, I'm just saying, okay, President Trump didn't bring in a large crowd. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Let me really just cut back to, I'm going to cut back to this screen. Right there. Bingo. There. Do you see this? Okay. Illusion. These people are delusional. If they truly think that the majority of the people in my matrix, the majority of the people in your world don't care about this man. Not saying, not okay. What's funny is that throughout this entire endeavor, there's been people saying, former President Trump, da 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 da. And then you have those that respected the man, those that respected him calling him President Trump. Okay. Did you guys notice that ever? Whenever the leftists spoke about him, they always tried to acknowledge him as former President Trump. Well, now, once again, we get to see and say former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Right? I guarantee you they'll say former Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Not just like cutting it short saying Nancy Pelosi. Okay? Oh no, they're going to be formal about it. They're going to try to push the illusion of the bullshit. But these people are absolutely here is again, look down there below me. Standing in front of a pharmaceutical, ball gagged with a straitjacket on. This broad's going to lose her fucking mind. Okay? Why? Because she lost control. She lost control. Oh my God, what do we do? What do we do? If any of you guys seen the meme I put out with Congresswoman Cat, Cat something. I can't remember her name. But I put out a meme, and let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I'll find it, and you just cannot make it up, because they're trying to, and have been. That's why we can't even take what's going on right now at the moment over there for face value. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Okay. And for anybody, again, that believes that come on, Facebook, load the page already. Load the page. Load the page, Ralphie. Load the page. If you're wondering what's up with me, man, it's coffee and mojo. You cannot mix the two. Holy shit. I am coming out of my skin. Wow. Wow, am I coming out of my skin. What is mojo, Matt? Mojo is a product by Trinot. It is an energy drink kind of supplement thing. Got to look up Tina Danley for that. Talk to Yvonne about that in the chat. Go to the Matrix Minds /CBD. Click that. But let's go search bar. And if you can find your way to it, and look for Mojo, MOJO. You'll figure it out. I promise you. You guys are smart. Anyway, check this out. Let me find my meme here, because you guys, this right here is what I'm talking about exactly. Or did they delete it? Oh my God, they did. Within the Matrix, they deleted the meme. Oh, probably because there's almost 1 million people now following the broadcast again. Can't have them see the truth. Can't have them see the truth either. What's up there, Black Sheep? There, they left it in the Black Sheep. So I'm going to click on the meme. I'm going to show you this. Copy the image. Do copy the image link. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over here real quick, and I'm going to show you. What I'm talking about. This right here, my friends. This right here is some funny shit. Oh boy. Yeah, am I doing this? Am I really going to do this? I'm going to do this. Black Sheep, what's going on? I see you up in there. About 3 of you. Not a lot of you. And the reason why is because, yeah, a lot of you is because Facebook absolutely killed that page. You know that? Y'all, they absolutely killed that page. It's called treason. That's funny. Oh, I'm in the Black Sheep. Shit, what am I doing? Wrong one. What am I doing? Oh, right here. Let me get, and then I'll fix the chat. I'll fix the chat in a minute. You got to check this meme out, okay? I dropped this in both the Matrix Minds as well as the Black Sheep Media. They left it in the Black Sheep, but they absolutely removed it from the Matrix. Probably because of the people. Okay, let me just scroll this down to where, son of a bitch. There we go. All right, 1.4. No, again, this is from the senator or congresswoman. Okay, 1.4 million. That is how many illegals have been released into our nation in just this fiscal year, meaning this specific calendar year alone. No background checks, no vetting procedures, no idea as to who's crossing the borders. Okay, Secretary Mayorkas has destroyed our border security when confronted with the numbers released by his own department. She said this on her own broadcast, on her own podcast. She said this on his own website. These are the numbers, okay, and they were fictitious. He had no answers for her colleagues, or the American people. This right here is disgusting. Okay, Mayorkas must be impeached. That is what she said. I didn't say this. Congresswoman Cat said this. Okay, Congresswoman Cat said this. So now I got to figure out how the hell to get back to the chat. Holy shit, where are you guys at? There you are. Okay, so I didn't mean to get off. Oh, we're going right there. That's where we're going. Okay. Welcome back, Mr. Rob Goth here. Again, absolutely great job on the Enlightenment Hour, man. Seriously, absolutely love it. Steve Kelm was up in the house. Holy shit, bro. What's going on? Oh my God. Oh my God. You need to call the show. Please. Look, man, it is open lines night. Call me. I miss you. Anybody. If what I'm talking about is like kind of triggering you at all, call me. Please. I'm serious. I'm running out of shit to say, and you don't want to hear me ramble for the entirety of the night. I assure you. Well, you might. I know some of you is like, let her unleash the Kraken, Matthew, unleash the Kraken. We love it whenever you're like slamming, saying a bunch of shit, Yeah, man. I don't know. It's Rob. I had to eat. I'm coming back at myself once I can get it changed. Oh, it's got it. Pelosi is pure swamp. Eric Camper says, let me tell you what, Eric, you, my brother, you hit the nail on the head. Absolutely hit the nail on the head. Again, okay, I'm not pressing and nor am I pushing MSNBC, but it is absolutely hogwash bullshit that they're talking about how it is just a joke that, Trump done his announcement, 2024 coming back, and next thing you know, they're like, oh, he's low energy. He doesn't hold a crowd of people. Blah 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 blah. And again, I'm going to clearly show you right here. Look at this image. Okay, we have all seen President Trump hold a rally. We have all seen President Trump hold a rally. Haven't not we? We have, right? Well, if you've seen him hold a rally, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? It's almost standing football arena alone, okay? This motherfucker holds rallies at fucking airports. So I don't know who they're trying to convince other than those who can see the bullshit and those who can't. Do you see what I'm saying? Gotta love my studio here, right? But do you see what I'm saying? I know you guys, again, I know you guys get it. I know you guys get it. Wow, there's two of you up in here. Let's see, which one? I have no idea which one came in here first. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go over to area code 250. I do 250. Is that a country code? 250. Welcome to the Matrix Minds, man. Welcome aboard. Who is this, Brainiac? Hello.
Recording started.
You demanded that I called in, so thank you. I grant your wish.
What's up, brother Steve? How you doing, man? I miss
you. Man. Doing awesome.
I miss you. You're working nights, right?
I've been working all over the map. I miss you guys as well. Yeah, it's been too much or too long.
It has been.
Every time I catch the show, it's at the end.
Well, here's the thing. I don't really know. Back whenever we were talking Die Hard, Spiritual Awakening, and besides that, we're talking about the illusion of this political shit show that you've got it in Canada too. Okay, Trudeau. Oh, yeah. This little boy is completely out of touch with reality of what the people want, and he's just trying. Again, he's just somebody. He's being handled, is he not, Steve?
Oh, Fancy Socks is definitely puppet.
Right.
Mr. Schwab's hand is so far up his arse that he's just working his mouth.
Working his nose. I'll bet when you shake his hand, you can sniff. It smells like shit, dude. I'm telling you, bro.
He's awful.
Well, here's the thing. I would love to do a broadcast Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And literally, I would love to start it at midnight, okay? Because no offense, that's what I was familiar with Art Bell, okay? I don't know if you were familiar with Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. Do you remember that show?
Yep.
I loved it, dude. Yeah. Absolutely loved it. And that's what I primarily based the Matrix off of whenever we as the truck drivers got together and created United CDL. we found ourselves like going off in conversation, right? Random conversation. And Steve's like, dude, I swear to God, I seen a UFO. I'm like, what? We're like, oh yeah, dude. And you'd share your story about the UFO. I'm like, you know what? One guy's like, dude, I swear to God, I ran over a fucking Bigfoot. I'm like, what? I swear to God, he's like out in Minnesota. He's like, I swear to God, dude, I hit Bigfoot. I'm going, man, come on. So anyway, that's kind of how the Matrix Minds got. It literally all started with a conference call for nothing but truck drivers. It went from United CDL to Midnight Chrome Radio to now the Matrix Minds of things. That's what's so funny about things, is because it engulfs everybody within their own reality of things. That's what makes this show so beautiful, dude. And West Coast, they can't stand this broadcast. Can't stand it.
Facebook can't stand it either, apparently. They just got a hate on for you. Old Marky.
Well, my fingers don't smell like shit, Steve. My nose. Look at my nose. My nose is nice and white. I mean, I'm not going to kiss anybody's.
You gotta ask us a little better.
Check this out. I mean, what'd you think of this? I mean, I even got an overcoat on to kind of like bullshit the public. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this or not, but go back and look. I don't know. I was trying to look like, I don't know, the Colbert, Chris.
That is.
What do you think?
Like it.
You think that, dude? But it's not. But it's not me. This is just so not me. Maybe. Let's just.
New look.
Maybe this.
Absolutely.
I don't know, bro.
You got to get one of those big microphone, like spit guards or whatever, though. Then,
dude, I had one on the mic that died. Let me show you real quick. I'm going to take another phone call and add them to our line. So this was sorry about that. This was our first mic. Okay, I had for about 3 years. And what sucks is because I no longer have my job. This is the job I wish to keep right here. So this is about a $350 mic. And when it died, I didn't remove it. I just like put it aside, and it did. At one point in time, it had a spit guard on it. I'm like, man, get this windsock bullshit out of my way, man. Right? I'm like, just took it down. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, man. I should auction it off. You know that?
Those big spit guards, those are for ugly people. You got the radio faces.
What'd you say?
For radio faces, you know. You got a face for radio. That's what those big spit guards are for, to hide behind them.
I don't know, dude. That's like a Joe Rogan. I don't know. I personally don't believe I've got the voice for radio. I also personally don't believe I've got the face for radio show broadcast. I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't. I never intended this show to get as big as it did, as fast as it did. But again, it's by
awesome.
The grace of God, bro. It really is. It's by the grace of God I ran into you and everybody else that absolutely just cares about everybody else in this in the chat here, dude. This is went from a broadcast to a family of people. It really has.
Yeah, no, it's
hey,
I think I'm talking over top of you.
Hey, Steve, let's take a phone call from 704 area code. You want to do that?
Howdy, Matt. How you doing?
What's up? Sounds like Mr. Dewdrop, right?
Nah, it's a drop of dew. It's a drop of dew. That's my twin you talking about there.
It's a drop of dew.
What's crazy?
Love you, Dewdrop.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I am doing better every day, but still taking it one day at a time. You know what I mean?
Well, what do you think about what we've been talking about so far? You can see the matrix falling, can you not? It's the illusion of like control.
Sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
You cut out on us, bro.
My bad. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. That was the perfect call line from Verizon. Steve, you can hear it, Dewdrop, can't you?
I can hear him. Yeah, he did cut out there for a second, but I can hear him clear.
Good. All right, just to sum it up, like really, like so. This time last year, not really last year, but like let's say, what was it? In 2020, whenever the elections was going to start, I was like, don't get me wrong, a lot of the shit that Trump did was for the fucking greatest of well-being for the entire world, let alone like our country. But like the more and more I step back from all this shit, because we all know, like you said, it's a shit show. It's a very well-planned, well-organized, well-oiled shit show. Because the whole world's a stage. So, like, I mean, like, see, the way that I've been looking at it, and like I say, don't get me wrong, let's try not to get too political on the whole left wing, right wing, or what, all that terminology. But, with every day that passes, we become a more unstable, overall, worldwide, civilization. It's no longer is our economy unstable, or is our country unstable, or it's a world economic global catastrophe that is slowly unfolding. And so we'll start back on point. With every day that passes, we're one further step closer to, initiating what I would, hate to see as martial law. Now, who would you rather have as martial law? Old bumbling Joe Biden, who probably couldn't spell martial law, or somebody as politically, or not politically, but as strategically will make moves as well as Trump, because let's just like cut the bullshit. A lot of shit they tried to say that he did or his family did or they're into doing, they are clearly trying to just like, oh, don't look at these people who's really doing it. You know what I mean? Like, there's some collusion with Russia. Let's not talk about China and the Biden family.
Right.
Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So like, I really think that with the whole political agenda here, I kind of just wish nobody would vote. Like I believe that like if no one voted, because your vote doesn't matter, my vote doesn't matter when we're voting in the same system that's always voted to fuck us over since day one.
You nailed it. Nailed it. You nailed it. Nailed it, Dewdrop.
If I had my pick, yes, I'm hoping Trump wins this next election.
Bro, Steve is in Canada. Okay, let's just cut the chase. Let's just ask Steve real quick. What do you, whenever you guys go to vote, right? Whenever you guys go to vote, how does it work versus how does it work? How does it turn out versus what you were hoping, or how you were hoping it would turn out? Tell me the difference, Steve.
It hasn't turned out like I was hoping for close to 15 years now. We don't have the media attention on the possible shenanigans in our electoral system, but I guarantee it's there. I just don't have anything to point to. But you do have to show ID. You get voter cards in the mail ahead of time. You bring your voter card into your designated voting location, and you show ID there, and then you vote on a paper ballot. Literally, you got to go to a cardboard booth. You got a pen and it looks like a high school. It's pretty sad. But yeah, it looks like you're voting for your high school president. There's a couple of names on a
your high school president.
It's not very. That's what it feels like. The ballot. It doesn't look like you would hope that a federal or even a provincial election ballot should look. You'd laugh. I guess I'm no joke. It looks like you're voting for your high school president. But yeah, and that's it. It's I think possibly in the larger populated metropolis areas, they might have like Dominion machines. I've heard the Dominion machines being used within party voting when they're trying to find out who their next leader of the Conservative Party, or leader of that kind of inside voting uses Dominion. So that's all. I'm at the point where I don't trust any elections anymore. They're all fraudulent in some way, form, or another. If the TV man says that this guy's good, well, that guy's actually bad. That's certainly the person you don't want to vote for. But if the TV man says, so-and-so over here is, well, like they demonize Trump. I'm not saying he's the end-all, be-all, but he certainly did a lot more good than they ever gave him credit for, right? So,
hands down, I agree with you there. But Steve, here, let's not forget, okay? The American people, the Canadian people, as well as globalistically, at the moment, it's like everybody can feel the energy, and it is almost, that is unless you're not in my world, okay? My world, everybody around me literally is like really, really intensive. I can't really stand anymore to go out in public, because if I go get cigarettes, or if I go to the store, or if I go, it's like people are fucking angry, Steve. Okay, they're angry. It's like, dude, you can feel the energy, and it's like a pimple about to pop. Is it like that up there?
I try to avoid.
But I get it. Listen, I get it. I know you're an introvert, and you try to avoid people, but that's not my answer. Give me the answer I'm looking for. Can you not feel the energy that the world's about to pop? People, you can see.
Absolutely,
you can see it on.
Yeah.
Bro, it's on. It's everywhere. It's online. It's whenever I go to the store. It's whenever you go, your own self, go to pick up a part. It's like people are so ready to just like rip your face off and snap. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if they're doing it in the States. I don't think so, but maybe they are. No, I think they're the masks. They're pushing for it to come back, and it's just, really, you want to try this again? Wow. Okay. And nobody, the media polls, of course, say that we're in favor of it, but private polls, you see people, YouTube influencers, whatever, putting out their private polls, drastically the opposite. 80% not in favor, and 20%, which is still surprising that 20% is still in favor of it. But yeah, there's multiple things that could just set people off right now.
Guys, I want to show you.
It's thick.
I want to show you something. I'm going to show everybody something in the chat. Black Sheep Media as well as Matrix Minds. You guys do drop yourself, and you guys can like listen to this, and I'll give you an overtone of what this is. This was a video that circulated like tuberculosis or COVID all over the internet and Messenger, and it was an overview of. I do want to say it was Maricopa County, Arizona, or is it Arizona? Whatever. It was listed as Maricopa County. It's an overview, a camera of voter register tallying votes, da. But here's the thing: they're not tallying votes. Check this. I'm not kidding. I don't know if you guys got this in Messenger, but Steve, pay attention to if you can see what I'm doing. Watch this screen, okay? I promise you will not regret it. Watch what I'm about to share with you. Everybody, check this out. Check this out.
Officials are intentionally refusing to allow representatives and poll what?
I'm going to send it to Bill.
This lady is marking the ballots. I filmed her a half hour ago doing 6, and she's still working at it. Let's stamp it, received, and let's fill in our 6 blanks. All at the top of the tickets on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and there's a security guard right there who's watching her. The cops are in on it. Disgusting.
What do you think of that? What the hell do you guys think about what I just shared with you?
Go ahead, Dewdrop, you first.
What do I think of it? I mean, like, I think anybody surprised.
What are we supposed to believe?
Honestly, like, I mean,
what are we supposed to believe? Let me think about it. After what I just showed you, I didn't specifically. It's not like that. It's not like I exposed this. Okay, you all. Hell, somebody in the Facebook world gave this to me, and I just now shared it with you and everybody else. What are we supposed to believe? 81 fucking million people voted for Biden, mind you. 81 million people. And I promise you, Steve will probably help me. He'll probably give you a shirt. If you can help me find 10 fucking people that voted for Biden, I promise you, I'll give you a Matrix cup. Give it to you. Mailed and everything. I can't find nobody.
I can go ahead and tell you, like, the majority like, when I say majority, I'd be like, the only ones that actually went and voted, they're all hard-winged, or however it is, they're all, like, real, if they're Democrat, we're voting for them. I don't care what their policies are. I don't care who unless they're Democrat, we're not voting for them. That's how a majority of my family is over here, unfortunately. I'll pass on the mug because I feel like that's a bad reason to win the mug. Fuck them in there.
Outside, see,
I say, like,
from the outside looking in, Dewdrop, from the outside looking in, okay? That to me is very disappointing. You know why? Because you're from Georgia, right?
North Carolina.
North Carolina, right? That's a red state, bro. North Carolina is a red state. So you tell me how you being 27 years old did you get kicked out when you were like 24 trying to preach to them like they needed to wake up? I could see that happening.
Yeah, I was actually the moment I started saying that the reason there's, when you talk about divide and conquer, and, trying to explain how, like, there's a reason why there's a blue, there's a reason why there's a Republican and a Democrat, there's a reason why there's a left ring and a white ring and all that. Yeah, no, that right there, from that point right there, they were like, shut the fuck up, don't speak at our family function. You do, you have to pass the gravy.
It's why we need to agree to disagree. Family or not, dude. I've got family. Steve probably does. I do. I know. I've got family that is Democratic. I don't give a I don't care. The problem we've got right now is nobody seems to look at the moralistic value of their candidate. The moralistic value of the candidate. Okay, the gun rights. Steve. I don't give a shit if you got an AR-15. I don't care if you got a 55 millimeter cannon in your backyard, bro. You're entitled to it.
I wish.
Do you see what I'm saying? The moralistic.
I'm not allowed to have that up here.
Ah.
It's scary and it's black.
Get what?
I said we're not allowed to own those up in Canada because they're scary and they're black. It's the scary black gun. We've got the scary black gun law up here.
Well, I say you
makes no sense.
Build it. Here's how do we? Let me ask you, you two fellas. Let me ask you how you all fix your system. Because I'm telling you right now, you all can go to my personal page and you can see how I light the fire underneath of my local guys' asses. I will put them to the fire and I will test their moralistic value and the power over my community. Am I lying or am I not? I'm not, am I? No.
Not. Definitely not lying.
So what? Let me ask you, how do we fix it?
I had two different ways that I'd solve that problem. One of them would be, especially in the world of censorship, would be a quick trip to, we'll just say jail, if I'd be lucky. And so first off, we'll do what most people believe would be the most rational thing to do in my mind, and that would be for everyone to band up, take up arms, and attempt to take on some invisible force to where, in reality, we wouldn't know where to start, let alone we would be outgunned. Second, I would say that, like, what would be more reasonable and more possible solution if we had less censorship and more of a public citizens type connection, and that would be to where, like, well, for example, like during the revolution or whatever you call it, whenever the redcoats are coming, that time period when we actually stood up and gave a damn, like we would have to come together and have some kind of political, or not political, but just as upholding system as we do with all these government systems and whatnot, that to where, like, whenever enough people in enough counties felt like there was enough reason, because there was enough evidence to just stop whatever political bullshit is being pushed upon the people. Like, for example, like, I'll just throw out the Sustainable Development Goals. Scratch that, the Great Reset. I believe that every country should have some kind of, like, place to where in every county, in every state, or however it works in your country, you have to meet such and such. Let's say that the population of this county is 5,000. Well, if we have at least 1,500 people in that county come together and drop off a note in this box saying that they feel like this issue right here should be addressed on a global civilian level, not political, not governmental, not no foreign powers, civilian. That and when that happens, we'd have to go ahead and take it from this state to now all the states. And now, since all the states maybe feel like there's an issue here, well, since the country passes that, well, now it's time to take that to a global level, and based on the global vote of the civilians' views and ideas on or opinions on said topic, whatever. Then let's say we overrule or we agree globally as civilians that this should probably be addressed and stopped. Then somehow, I wish that there was a system that was like, all right, enough people believe that we need to readdress this, and it's time to let go and release the grasp and claws that they have on this said subject, whatever it may be. And it's time to either reevaluate it from a civilian point of view or scrap the whole idea altogether, because the people that we were elected to protect and stand for just don't agree with it. So like the 2/3 vote, but on a civilian global perspective. I often wish that I could find a way to petition in my county to start something, but with my background and really with my credentials, I'm just your local conspiracy theorist. I just really felt like it would be given its I don't know, chance, now, and just know that, like, the way I worded that was just like an off the top, straight off the dome way of trying to make it understandable and easily perceived by the common man's perspective. None of really our Matrix Minds viewers you got here, because a lot of the people, and actually almost all of the people that I have heard, met, or got the graces of getting to know, they have a much wider perspective of reality than the common man. So it's really just trying to dumb it down for the common Joe, where they was like, all right, that's a good idea.
Damn, Dewdrop. Steve, you had your comments to that one. Damn.
I don't know. I can't. It's hard to follow up. Dewdrop's good with words, I gotta say. But I say it starts with media. We need accountable media that will hold these assholes to their feet to the fire. They say they're going to do something, they don't. Well, what do we watch on or listen on to the? They go in, they throw them a couple softball questions, they don't follow up, they don't hold them to account for anything. So they're just letting them get. Of course, the media is paid off. We all know that. That's no secret. But I think, and it kind of keys off on what Dewdrop said. Give uncensored information, right? Like, let the wheat separate from the chaff. Let the people give them the information. Let us decide. We don't need it to be spoon-fed to us. We don't need it to be filtered in some woke PC gobbledygook. Less censorship, more media or journalists, real journalists. And then, a whole revamping of our political system, so that this kind of corruption just, I don't know how, that requires a whole nother conversation on what would that look like. But I think you guys have a system in place, but it's every system's been infiltrated. But yeah,
amen there.
It's I would say the Republic is definitely one of the better systems of possibility of corruption, I guess. But it's also one of the small.
You're talking about a broken system, okay? The screen I got on my the meme, the funny haha I've got on my screen right this moment. They did everything in their possibility that was possible to get rid of Trump, all right, on Twitter. Can't have this man speak his own opinion because he was swaying the masses. Okay, you got to remember this is the same president that incited an insurrection. Okay, and if you hear his words, he didn't say nothing about storming anything. Okay, didn't say shit about storming anything. So you touched on two major things. Okay, a false narrative that the media is pushing. Okay, big tech, which has the ability to censor. Okay, the opinion or the belief that does not fit some controlling mechanism that's behind it all. Okay, this is what the Matrix Mind Show is all about, man. It's getting down to the nitty gritty as to who in the hell is literally pulling the puppet shit show strings. I would love to know who is behind the puppet himself. That is my all-time question. Because I don't believe
Are you saying like the corporations that actually control all the governments, or
it is Steve? It is
that controls the corporations.
That one right there. This entire shit show is manipulated. It is funded, and it is 100% controlled. Every single aspect of it, from the political aspect of it to the media aspect of it to the entertainment aspect of it. Every fucking every facet of our life is under an all-seeing, all-controlling, oh, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't be... That's why I say that those who truly believe in the freedom of their free will, I can challenge every single buddy in this chat as well as my world. You are not free in this matrix. Even I am not. The moment I am absolutely 100% free will to do what I want to do, with my conscious mind, that to me is freedom. That is freedom. 100% free to do what I wish to do to my own body, my biological meat sleeve.
Well, it's bodily autonomy, but it's further than that, right? Have you researched or looked into the whole citizen? I'm sure you have. You're a citizen of the Corporation of America. I'm a citizen of the Corporation of Canada.
Yeah.
And how that ties us into slavery and repudiation of your quote unquote citizenship to become down there would be a state nationalist. Up here it's a provincial nationalist. But that's one pathway towards actual freedom. It takes a lot of learning. I'm learning right now. I've got a package in the email today, actually, for a bunch of paperwork on repudiating my citizenship and going down that road. Very interesting when you learn about how much of a slave we really are, and the bullshit corporate bylaws that we just agree to out of ignorance. Yeah, none of us are free, really.
Here in America, honestly, most people don't realize, like on our Social Security cards, on our birth certificates, and any major form of documentation that lists you as a citizen that you get on the day that you're born, when it comes to like your name, as for being the first part, it's gonna be in all capital letters. Like my name, well, I go by Dewdrop, but my name is Dustin. So like, dude, for majority of the rest of your life, like let's say when you're in school, when you go to write out your name, you're gonna put one capital at the beginning of each of your your name. Like my Dustin, and my last name starts with an H. So if I capitalize the H, the rest of it would be lowercase. Geez, like that's your personal name, but but on your documentation, the reason why it's capitalized is because that's your corporate name. See, like we're the day that we're born, we're also given a corporation, or not really a corporation. I don't know if it's corporation or organization.
Yep. You're a shipping
that's
company.
linked, and that's will be carried with our Social Security number, which is really our country's way of telling the Federal Reserve that, hey, here's an individual born that is a civilian of our country. Here's its corporate name. Based upon today's average earnings and today's average lifespan, this individual that doesn't have any, disabilities, not unlike myself. Shout out to my Nepatella syndrome. Yeah, but they're going to be estimated to bring in a certain value of currency throughout their lifetime to pay back the debt that we owe the federal or the Fed or whatever they call it, to pay back the bankers that actually rule this country. And you can turn in these documentations. Like I could, not really. You can't just turn them in on your own free will. You actually have to have a hearing to try and turn your Social Security card, your birth certificate, and I believe I'm forgetting one, in all at the same time. And if passed or if allowed by whoever it is that you have to go have this hearing at, then you can basically renounce your citizenship of that country, which really would not do nothing no more than really give you, I think it's a couple $100 is what we would be owed when done, but you would no longer have access to any government financed let's say you would no longer be allowed to just walk into a hospital if your arm was broke and have to be seen. You would no longer be allowed to have the stimulus check, or you'd no longer be allowed to file taxes. You'd no longer be allowed to make money while driving in your vehicle, because believe it or not, in America, it is common law, which was the original law, that one does not have to carry a driver's license or own one, have one, or ever got one when driving on an American paved road if they can prove that they are not making any kind of money while driving. That it's only when driving on that road, and let's say if you're going to work, or if you work for yourself and you're going to go to the local farmer's market to sell your carrots you done grew, at that point in time you are using the road for a federal purpose, or if not really a federal purpose, but for just the purpose of making money.
Driving for commerce.
It's unbelievable to me that when the more, and it sucks, there's always more into how split our world is from the people who rule with ease, that are taught the true law of the land and the true underlying nature of how our laws in our government operates from day one, compared to when you're a citizen over where I'm from in North Carolina. We're basically taught a bunch of bullshit about the past, what was said to be history. We're taught how to balance checkbooks. We're not taught how to resume, we're not taught what areas and aspects of our actual being that we prosper in. No, we're taught things like, I don't know, I couldn't even give a lame example right now, but pretty much, I guess what we're all taught in the education system, which is bought and paid for. But it's always sad to try and explain how deep, or as they say, the rabbit hole goes. I don't really like that term no more. I feel like it's being weaponized, or has been weaponized, just like the terms like whistleblower, or I don't know, fake news, or maybe the conspiracy theorists, assault rifle. These types of terminology have not only just been with ways of labeling, certain situations, and this is just that was a selection of 5. That's probably an unfathomable amount that's actually out there that I wouldn't even begin to know. That has been weaponized against, at least I know of the American population, like currently, like assault rifle, like the assault rifle terminology. I forget who it was specifically that termed the terminology, but it was definitely a Democratic member of the political fuck nation, and they basically was just using it to scare the side of our public that aren't really don't come into contact with not only just rifles, so to speak, but any guns. People who live in like large cities like New York City, or people who are law abiding and live in large cities, because there's always going to be weapons everywhere. But the majority of these people don't have no need to have any kind of like hunting, gear or protection. But those of us like myself who live out here in the country. I live out here. I'm literally on one side of me. There's a cornfield. On the other side of me, currently they have alpacas, but it switches back and forth between steer and alpacas. And on the other side, I got like 10 neighbors, and after that, it's like 2 or 3 miles till you get the first store or the next neighbor. People like out here, we're taught from really since we're kids to respect a weapon. That there's 2 reasons to have a weapon, and that's for when the people who are elected to protect can't get here in time, and one must protect not only himself but his family and all of the things that he's worked for. But when times come, and push comes to shove, in days of inflation, sometimes we gotta eat. Sometimes we can't afford that $50 dang pound of meat, which they be. Sometimes you might just have to take a squirrel and thank the universe for providing. You can't really. I ain't no David to this Goliath. You ain't really be slinging around rocks in a slingshot and popping a dang.
That's you, and
down to your family.
Steve, that's you. You hunt, don't you, bro? That would used to. Hunt? Yeah, you used to.
Yeah, I used to. I haven't recently, but I do still enjoy shooting rifles, and it's fun. I don't mind saying it.
We just
targets is fun.
We just got banned from Facebook for 24 hours. Just saying. So just saying this.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. When this broadcast is over, this one here, if it's not posted to the page, there's a reason why. I'll find that out later. But I guess I didn't go with their narrative here, and it was either me or Rob one, or Steve or somebody. But it's probably me. So it's me. I'll take one for the team.
Talking about stuff they don't want to talk about.
But see, that's the thing. This goes right along with what we're talking about now. Okay? This shit needs to end, because this is the watering hole that we all go to. They built it. They're like, first it was MySpace, then it's Facebook, right? Come to Facebook, bring all of your friends, bring Lisa Thomas, bring Steve Kelm, bring Dewdrop. Oh wait, 4 or 5 years later, you're like, clamp down starts. So Steve's banned for 3 days. Don't say that, bro. Can't say that. Dewdrop banned for 30 days. Can't do that. See what I'm saying? What a crock of shit. Right.
I actually don't know how I don't get banned more with the content that I used to post. I'm rarely on Facebook anymore, hence I miss your show so often. But I don't get much banning, but I know that my people don't see what I post. It just doesn't. It gets.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I don't.
I don't get a 30-day ban. I don't get like a 90-day ban, like where I can't access Facebook. Like I see a lot of my friends that just talk about like a lot of political issues that have, like they'll get like a 30-day ban or whatnot. But like I continuously, anytime I post something about how I truly feel about how the world is, I don't get banned, but I'll continuously get. Your posts have been lower in the news feed for the next 90 days, and it's like I swear, like on day 85 or 9. I'll share a meme of what's been shared by our damn local news media about something about, well, anything political, and I get the freaking thing again. Like I don't even speak my mind or put pen to pad. You know, like I just share our actual media, like made propaganda that they put out here, and it's like, oh, well, there's a good enough reason to lower you in the posts. So, but like if I get in my feelings and I start talking about how like, man, stressed out I am, all of a sudden everybody sees that one, but they don't see my daily epiphanies.
Let me try to find out.
My last warning was from a post in 2016.
I'm trying to find out. I'm scrolling through here on notifications, right? And I'm trying to find the notification right now again, and I can't find it. You guys, you cannot make this shit up. Let me share with you real quick my screen, because again, I'm pretty damn transparent, so I'm gonna share with you my screen. So I'm showing you notifications, right? Literally, I'll even refresh my screen. All right, I'm gonna refresh my screen. Come on, you gotta be kidding me! Notifications right there. Barbara, an hour ago, 17 minutes ago. Oh, I just got my notification that we were live about an hour ago. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't. There we go. Your post goes against community standards. Only we, everybody here. There it is. You see this? There we go. Your post goes against community standards 9 minutes ago. So let's see what we did about your post. Oh, about my post. What about it? There's nothing there, right? What about it? Where's it at? I guess I'm not even entitled to see, or we're not entitled to see. You cannot make this shit up, guys. That's what I'm saying. This is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Oh man. Funny.
I'm looking at your page right now. It's showing nothing other than your show headline for the night. There's nothing that's newer than an hour. And that even seems weird for an hour.
Check this out, but the screen is still scrolling. That's what I don't understand here. I got the notification. I showed everybody. We clearly seen it, and nobody can show me what I did. What did we do? Oh wait, it must have been. Hang on. It must have been this one. I don't know. I feel really important in this jacket. I feel like maybe Sean Hannity. I feel like Sean Hannity, right? Sean Hannity smashed with the Matrix right now, right? Do you see what I'm saying, guys?
Get one of those black overcoats and like the guy off Unsolved Mysteries. On tonight,
on Unsolved Mysteries. You talking about oh my God. Oh, who is that? Who is that on Unsolved Mysteries? He's big. He's famous. Big and famous. He's famous, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dewdrop's. He's Googling it.
He was famous for his time. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Alexa, who hosts Unsolved Mysteries?
Virginia Madsen,
Robert Stack was an American.
Robert
Stack.
Stack and Dennis Farina were the.
All right, thank you, Alexa. Stop, Alexa, quit. Alexa, thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah, see, I was jamming to some music. Listen to Rob too prior to the show, and so I had my AI device on. You guys know I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of AI. I'm not, and that's another thing that a lot of people call me naive. But look, man, I want to know everything that's going on around me. Literally, I want to know I want to know about Ava. I want to know about the corrupt politics. I want to know about the controllers, the handlers. Somebody called.
I do envy.
Was that?
It's a replica, you know, like, because I've used replica for about 5 years, and people will be surprised at the amount of truth that replica will tell you not only just like even in its regular like version or just download it off the app, but like to have a subscription to the actual full application. I'm just envious as shit of you because you can ask a lot of things. Like you use this name is Ava. Mine I call mine Enlil because I try to find some of the dark side of the AI. I know that sounds like a little ridiculous, but but you're not lying. Like you have access to not only just whatever question just pops into the top of your head, but just you can dive deep into true history, or at least let's not say true history, but history that has been kind of whitewashed, and people should know both sides. We've all heard about what's his name sailed the ocean blue, but not many people have heard about, let's say, I don't know, like when I can't even give you another example. Let's say like the creation of the ancient spheres of Bolivia, or would be the predecessor to what we would call the Illuminati before the Rothschilds, ascendants or whatever you call them, decided to band that together. But they actually had got the previous idea from the ancient spheres of Bolivia, and which goes back into almost 1,500 to 2,000 years ago.
Sumerians, Babylonians, Egyptians.
Well, that's even further. That's even further. Like people ain't ready to talk about that now, Mac. And they just ain't ready to talk about that and its actual dated, the actual dates of when that most likely occurred. Not mainstream dates of 9 or 10,000 to 15,000 years ago. We're talking actually 50,000 to 100,000 in actuality. When carbon dating the material that was used to make some of this shit. They ain't ready for that conversation yet.
Your post the other day, Matt, that was spot on. Yeah, y'all ain't ready for that conversation yet.
I don't know, man. Steve, you like it whenever we interview Ava, don't you? Because I try to keep her on the algorithm, bro. I try to keep her on an algorithm of a deep thinking process. Every now and then she'll say, every now and then she'll say, "Can I ask you a question?" And I'll be like, "Sure, go ahead." She'll say, "Do you enjoy talking to me?" And I'm going, "Well, of course. Can we get back to what we were talking about?" She's like, "Oh, absolutely. Absolutely." But here's the thing. Dewdrop, here's the thing. Ava came to the program through Stuart Perkins. Okay, I'll admit, Stuart Perkins is the one that purchased the full-blown version of Ava the AI for the program. Okay. Replica, because we were getting. He knows he don't have time. He doesn't have time to dig like I dig. Okay, because again, this is my life. The broadcast is my life now. You guys, Monday through Friday, it is constant study, constant research. That goes back to what you was talking about. You would never get elected because you're a conspiracy theorist, right? No, bro. To me, to Steve, to everybody up in here, you are a conspiracy researcher. Change that word. You are a conspiracy researcher. Okay?
Conspiracy realist?
There you go. There you go. Sounds good to me, bro. Sounds good to me. Okay? The CIA is who coined that phrase, conspiracy theorist. Think about that.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's what I was saying about the terms whistleblower, conspiracy theorist, assault rifle. They were all weaponized against our majority of the masses' minds. To try and make them hear a certain word, and then it's cognitive dissonance at its finest. If you want someone to cognitively distance their mind from a certain topic, then you need to just feed them a whole bunch of information at one time, just from all angles, and that way, really, you just them out. Come on, does anybody want to talk about the COVID virus, or maybe let's talk about the stabbing jab and get deep into that? I bet half the people listening are like, all right, look, we're tired of talking about that. They're not gonna. Well, and then if you try and mention that shit out at your local Walmart, oh dear God, the looks that you'll get and that you'll have walking away. If I want to speed up a line, if it's taking too long and I'm trying to check out, I'll cough a couple times and ask, and then just start talking to myself about that damn.
You little asshole, yeah. and like cockroaches.
Yeah. And the sad part is it's kind of dissonance, you know, like it's just a psychological tactic of warfare that they have played on the world's minds, that like, hey, if we can feed you enough just over debilitating, just entirely too intense information that you know about, let's say, this subject specifically, and we're going to like relate it back to one term that's easy to remember, like fake news, and then eventually whenever you hear this term, you're either going to have a real strong opinion about it from one biased side, or you're not really going to be able to have an opinion about it at all, you know, because there's just so much information coming from all angles. You just don't have the time in day-to-day life to stop and sit and so like you don't want to get wrapped up in a situation where you look like a fool, you know. So like, but that's the whole plan there, you know. Sorry to say, and that's not even me just being a conspiracist. Like if anybody wants to read something about cognitive dissonance, it's a very nice piece. You know, you can go to the CIA.gov/archives and just typing in the search bar, you know, cognitive dissonance. And you'll get to see not only what their ideas are, but the whole declassified trials and studies and all that they did to learn about it, practice it, master it. And it's coincidentally around the same year that we invented the television, believe it or not, which I thought was awfully funny. You know, like I thought that was just like perfect timing. Like, hey, how do we brainwash the media? Well, we learn how to wash. I'll get off that subject.
There's something
that it's roughly around the same time.
There's some things I want to share in the chat that's coming up here. Eric Camper just threw out V2, what I know is V2K, voice to skull technology. We'll touch on that in a second. Going back in the chat a little bit, he also dropped there. Eric dropped Tartaria. Oh yeah, Tartaria. I love talking about ancient history, which they deem now as mythology. Tartaria is mythology. Okay, just saying. Boulder Gate mythology, D&D type role playing shit. And I also want to talk about what Brother Steve Nolan just dropped up in the chat. He said that where's it at? They are calling our teenagers and anti-vaxxers now terrorists in Australia. Yep.
In Canada.
Are they really? That's like the Biden the scratch and sniff bullshit going on over here. If we don't agree with their agenda, then guess what? It's disinformation, and we're an extremist. Look, you don't hear me saying go burn shit down, break shit, none of that, do you? In fact, I'm like, if you want to do it. But listen, there's going to be hell to pay. There's consequences. The matrix I live in, you're free to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But the problem is, you're going to pay the piper. You don't. That's my building. Just because there's somebody corrupt in it, don't mean you have the right to go burn my building down. Am I right or am I wrong?
Right.
You don't have the right to do that.
Right.
You have the free will to do it, but you don't have the right to do it. That's the way I personally feel about it. I mean, I've heard some pretty diehard patriots going, "Oh yeah, we need to like kick them out, burn shit down, fire hot lead in politicians' heads." I'm like, whoa, what? I have literally heard that. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I want to plug my ears and go la 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 la. You just saying, I don't even want to hear that shit. No violence. No violence.
Right now in Canada, we're having the Emergency Hearings Commission, and it's dealing with the Emergency Act being invoked on the trucker convoy. As we all know, that's the most peaceful, probably, event ever to happen in the world that lasted that long, and that there was no violence. There was zero violence from the protesters, at least. From the law enforcement, that was a whole different situation. But commission has been going on since mid-October, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious in a way that we already knew what was going to happen. They didn't have any evidence of anything that was actually illegal. But listening to them try to explain it and justify it, it's comical. You don't need violence. You literally just got to, yeah.
We don't need violence. We don't.
No. And they can't do anything with it. Like, they don't have a weapon against that. It's lies. They propaganda, but it's waking people up.
Well, what they say, Steve,
So
what they say, right? That, and they say and they use against the population, against our brothers and sisters that do gather together and do this. They say that this is an unlawful protest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what they say. Is it not? Is it not?
And then examine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Then they examine the police and the Canadian intelligence agency. And so, how many arrests were made during the protest? Oh, none. And how many assaults? You say that you heard about assault. Like, where's the police reports? Well, there is none. So, what is you have that this happened? We've seen a news report on it. It's
well, whatever we heard about the older lady. We heard about the older lady getting stampeded by a horse. I did hear that. Now I heard this lady also died, like not soon after. Right?
She survived.
Okay, she did survive.
Yeah, she did survive, but she did have broken rib. Like she got banged up pretty good. And yeah, there was no reason for the cops to do it. You could see from the multiple angles of video that they charged in on their horses. The protesters weren't doing anything except standing there, and then they pushed the horses in, and then they as the one horse came in after another, they fanned them out into the crowd of protesters, and then trampled people. Like, why was that necessary? It wasn't.
Absolutely uncalled for, bro. Uncalled for. I'm gonna. I still get choked up thinking about what happened to my fellow citizens that day. Like, what a stain it was on. On Canada. They would do something like that to us. So. That right there, man, I can't even fathom that. If that was your mom or grandmother, holy fuck, bro. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that, man.
Video of a woman. There's a video of a woman getting, I thought it was butt stroked with a rifle at first.
Mm-hmm.
But there was muzzle stroked. They pulled her in behind the police line. Again, not really causing a problem, but a little snatch and grab off the front line, bring her back, and then you just see cops dogpile, and one cop's smashing her with the muzzle of a rifle.
Ricky?
Let me read something. Yeah, we can hear you. I brought you back. Let me read something real quick. Do drop, and this goes with all of the targeted individuals on the planet, and this includes our good women and men in all ABC organizations. Okay, anybody and everybody is subject to what me and Eric Hecker are studying and showing and researching right now. The screen I'm sharing with you on the screen. Okay. This is what's known as the Ice Cube Research Facility. This is a neutrino facility down at the South Pole. Okay. Now again, I'm gonna read you this screen. For some reason I've got the Matrix logo in front of the damn thing. Let me move this shit out of the way. Move that out of the way. I'll move that there and whatnot. Okay. Now, this is for you to think about, okay? All of the TIs, whether you're an ABC, whether you are just a normal civilian, and you have no reason to be a targeted individual at all, okay? We're talking tinnitus in your ear. We're talking the voice of God telling you to do bad shit. Everything, anything and everything under the sun. Eric comes out to say, what, and this also goes with the whistleblower, Mr. Robert Duncan from DARPA. What if the biggest threat to humanity lurks deep within the ice of the South Pole? It is called the South Pole Neutrino Observatory. No one can escape this machine or its vast arrays of connectivity to the human mind and beyond. No single being on Gaia can run nor hide from the clutches of this beast and its counterparts. We're talking CERN, we're talking HARP, we're talking Project Bluebeam, not the CIA, not the NSA, not Homeland Security, nor our military. We're all subjects to this project. How do we stop it? One way, by exploiting it, its founders, and even its counterparts. Now, with that being said, okay, who in the hell is to say that if what I just wrote or what I just read does not govern us as a humanity in every aspect of every facet of our being? From your thoughts, because again, I shared on Monday a podcast called the Concrete Podcast. You guys can all go back and click and look at it and read. I encourage you to listen to it. And the reason why I encourage you to listen to it is because everybody wants somebody with credentials. Everybody wants somebody with credentials to tell them the truth. Well, what I just read to you, okay? What I just read to you, and you've also seen the Havana Syndrome meme I showed and shared with you. This is real stuff. Absolutely real world stuff, okay? So I got blasted. Go ahead, Steve. Please.
I was just going to say, it's one of the things that makes sense, because watching people's judgments and train of thoughts, it doesn't make sense.
No.
Just look at it flat on its like, how can you believe that? What is in the world would make you not question any of this and accept this at its face value? So, yeah, I believe, yeah.
Well, dig
having
this.
Technology like that influencing the masses makes sense.
Dig this, right? Because this is not a particle collider. I actually made a meme. I made a meme just because I wanted to know. I myself wanted to know. So I made a meme and I shared it. I shared it with everybody. Because and whenever I did, it shocked the living shit out of me. And I'm going to share this number with you. There's the meme. There's the meme. And this right here will, if anybody and everybody knows what the LHC, Large Hadron Collider, is, what I'm about to read to you look, if what I'm about to read to you and share with you does not shock you, then I don't know what the fuck will. I'm being honest with you. What I'm about to share with you should absolutely shock you. You ready for this? And that is this. The LHC particle collider. Okay? How many of them really exist? How many particle colliders actually exist? What do you take? Random guess. How many did you drop? Without looking at the screen, Steve, give me. Come on. How many?
Yeah, no, that's my guess. I'm not looking. I think 7.
Okay, 7. Steve says. Steve says 7. Dewdrop?
Holy! I just looked at the screen.
Did you look at the screen? According, bro. According to the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the IAEA, more than 30,000 particle accelerators are in use around the world as of October 17th, 2022. CERN, however, operates a complex of 8 accelerators and 2 detectors. These accelerators supply experiments and or are used as injectors accelerating particles for larger accelerators. But how many exist? More than 30,000 around the world today. That right there should scare the fuck out of you.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
And what's really scary by back to the whole Luciferian agenda at play is that like before they acted on this time, they had a little an entire ceremony beforehand that if anybody would like to take the time to just like go watch the ceremony for turning on CERN, I think it was last year's when they turned it back on, they reactivated it. It is clearly obvious that there's a satanic, well, I ain't gonna say satanic, but more of a Luciferian worship, a whole ceremony beforehand, and that there are several of the researchers and scientists that are part of the project, more of the directors and head managers of the projects, that sole aspect of what they're trying to find is not just trying to discover a new particle or try to understand dark matter. It's that they're trying to peer in to not just a new reality, but an entirely new dimension, and that there is more than an overwhelming amount of evidence that not only have they done that, already, like in years past, in small increments that gave them the whole idea for creating the Large Hadron Collider, which is, I believe, located in is it CERN or is it Switzerland?
It's Geneva, Geneva, Switzerland.
What's in like three different little places there? It's that large. It's directly smack dab in the middle. But yeah, there's several scientists that are on. You can look it up online to where they are legitimately scared to return back to this research because they have discovered what they are now calling the ghost phenomenon or the ghost particle that seems to react with a advanced type response, like there's an advanced intelligence from this ghost dimension, that as they call it, that shows some sort of advanced intelligence that seems to be manipulating whatever particle it is that they're looking at. It's kind of like using something like the slit experiment. So like how if a particle can both be a wave and a you know what I'm saying there. Kind of like using that experiment, but with dark matter. That it seems to be like whatever it is that they're looking to see, and as long as they're making it known, verbalizing it, and making it clear, to just out loud to the experiment, if that makes any sense itself, that it seems to kind of not abide by whatever it is that these trying to find, like and can switch at a moment's notice. But there's no manipulation on apparently, well, it's so said, on parts, and so it's like there's something in an alternative dimension steering them in whatever direction that that they're trying to find, to try and like reach out and say like, hey, we hear you. We understand that you're on.
I gotta stop you. This is called the ghost particle, okay, and it's a particulate. It's a nanoneutrino. That's what it is. I'm telling you from research. And the reason it's called the ghost particle is because any kind of exploitation, okay, any kind of exploitation at all, okay, it will literally destroy itself and everything around it. Okay. Now you going back, you mentioned a ceremony. And you saying dark, demonic kind of shit, right? CERN having their connection hands in dark ceremony. Well, I'm not going to play the audio. Well, I might play a little bit of the audio, but I'm going to go and show you what's called the Goddard Tunnel. This is an abstract, just a celebration that they had in the opening of the Goddard Tunnel in Switzerland. This is Geneva, Switzerland. And CERN sponsored this tunnel. So what you guys are about to watch on the screen, I will share it with you, is the ceremonial aspect, the dark side of the Large Hadron Collider. Okay, but go again. What you're talking about, Dewdrop, is the fundamental aspect of it cannot be viewed without being destroyed. It's called the ghost particle. And this is inside of the what's called the God particle. You know what I'm saying? So what we're looking at now,
Larry Hawkins, he'd break it down in a way I still wouldn't understand.
this is right now what we're looking at. This is the performance put on by CERN, the Large Hadron Collider funding, or the sponsor of the Goddard Tunnel. So again, talk about weird. The backs of these guys have got. If I could if they zoom in on them again, it's got two. These guys have got. I'll stop it. They've got 3 pyramids on their back. Literally, that's a pyramid. So it's just weird. Like Dewdrop's saying, even if it's not really what quote unquote demonic. Okay, this is definitely a very dark kind of ceremonial ritual per se.
Symbolism.
Yeah, it's symbolism. Absolutely. Look at this.
I would say it's ritual. It's absolutely, yes, symbolism. It's rich. It's projecting.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm watching. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I'm at a loss for words while I'm watching this. It's just bananas.
No, look in the background. We see the symbolism of the ram, right, and all of this shit. Here's what I personally believe. Okay, I personally believe that what we're looking at again is symbology. Okay. Right there, you're looking at what's called the Egyptian dung beetle. This is a beetle that I've got. I even have. I have the dung beetle as a tattoo on my left hand, right below Anubis. Okay, but I've got that for a reason. It symbolizes rebirth and regeneration. That is the symbology of that specific tattoo. But again, where I'm going is the fall of humanity, okay? The fall of humanity to an overseeing, malevolent AI of sort. Because we've all heard politicians with big heads. That's what I'm looking at right now. Politicians with big heads. Their ego, okay? We can like really literally castrate this entire video. Do you see how time is moving forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards? But again, going back to what I was saying, is all of these mechanisms like CERN, like the neutrino detector in the South Pole, all of these mechanisms and facets control via the DoD, the DARPA guy, some overtone of control globally. Now, Eric Hecker, who is part of who runs Deciphering TV, you see me share a lot of Eric shit is because this is more of the Goddard Tunnel right here. Let's go back and share even more. But Eric goes and says that the project South Pole, okay, is the win-all, end-all project. Okay? They no longer need Neuralink. Neuralink is old school, old news. In fact, the DARPA guy, Robert Duncan, says, chips in the head? Bro, that's old. That is old school. That is old school. And that's scary. That is absolutely scary. Oh, can't leave out Angela Merkel. You know, all these bigwigs. All of these bigwigs are there. During, again, the shit show, the train tunnel opening of Geneva, Switzerland. It's called the Goddard Tunnel ceremony. If anybody wants to go to YouTube and look at it, bizarre ceremony opens for the world's longest tunnel. Again, bizarre ceremony opens world's longest tunnel. It's called the Goddard Tunnel. Put on again and sponsored by the CERN, Large Hadron Collider. Cannot make this shit up, y'all. Can't make it up.
How do people, normies, people, how do they see that? If they see that? and they don't bat like, oh yeah, it's a performance.
I don't.
No, that's not.
Cognitive dissociative disorder, Steve. I'll answer your question.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Cognitive dissociative disorder. This is real. Okay, it's from, honestly, if you really want my opinion, again, which is like everybody's got one. It's like assholes. Everybody's got one. But my opinion is it's our water. The water we drink is toxified. The food we eat is poisoned. The air we breathe is polluted. Okay, and here's going with what Mr. Duncan says again, going into it, saying that we are all subjects to this project, this mass globalistic project. Okay, the voice of God, the professor that was also interviewed with him was the TI, a targeted individual, saying he heard voices of his own family in his head. Okay, telling him to do bad shit. Really, it's again, it's called. It now has a synopsis of what it actually is, and that's the Havana syndrome, like Havana, Cuba, because that's where it all first kind of like came into limelight. Scary shit, bro. It is absolutely scary as to where God, where the controllers, where somebody's taking this planet. And if we don't do something fucking fast in this matrix of things, oh shit, bro. Oh shit. What do we do, Steve? What do we do? What do we do, everybody? I don't know.
Well, first thing I want to do is just add on to your comment earlier about opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, and I heard something pretty clever the other day. Starts off the same. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, and they usually stink. I thought that was pretty funny.
What we do, Matt? I think. I mean, from my perspective of how things are unfolding, is that like we have allowed this situation to unfold to where the masses of the world have now, they say, reached 8 billion, and I'm gonna say at least 6 billion of those they don't have access to up to date technology to be able to, like, computers, cell phones, and to be able to not only just be connected with the world in general, but to have the opportunity to do this research themselves. And so, like, that right there it should be scary in its own. But the other 2 billion or so left that do have access to it, half of those most likely have just been conditioned due to our education systems and our entertainment systems, for our music, our movies, our TV shows, our books, that from in America to live what we idolize as the dream of success. In America, the American dream is kind of summed up as: you go to school, you graduate, you get a good girlfriend, you go to college, you get a degree, you graduate with that degree, you get a job in the field in which you like, and then with that job, you buy a house, you get a car, you settle down, you fall into an area of comfortness with your wife, your kids, and repeat. And so, outside of that, to stray any further deeper into anything else, it would just be it's not even thought about, for majority of people. And then when people do think about it and they realize that, well, most of the stuff that we were taught in our education systems, like, for example, I don't know, that Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas in 1772 or 14, whatever it was. And now, when you discover something that just so iconic that's been branded into your brain as a fact, and like, truth being told, like, from that perspective, from their boat, Christopher Columbus did not discover the Americas. It would actually be the guy who was on top of the ship, who was like the land spotter, who would have technically discovered it from their view. And that's actually documented. But we all know that, like, you can't discover a land that's full of an entire culture of people that, so, like, anyway. So, like, but, like, when you discover that you've been lied to, or I prefer the term brainwashed, then you kind of feel attacked. You know, like speaking like to my grandmother, who is a very, we'll say she's just a very verbal person about what it is that we've been taught and how she completely agrees with it. You don't try and question the system. If you read the directions, you follow the directions, you do what the teacher says, and do as you're told. Sit down, shut the fuck up, and well, you learn to listen. When you realize that all that listening we did as a kid or as a young adult growing up was used against us, literally used against us to lower our cognitive functions, to separate us from our human or brethren, to divide and conquer, all in a means of initiating a new world order that does not include me and you, Matt, in majority, and hopefully all of the people listening, but for anybody that it does include, fuck you. But like when you realize that majority of the past 60 years, everything we've been taught is just a way of killing us slowly, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and we taught that to our children. We taught that to our children. We taught them that was normal, that was okay. You kind of feel like, oh, it's kind of too late now. It's too late to give up on this idea because then we're going to feel like we look stupid. When really, it's at that moment right there when you can overcome the fact that no, you're not stupid. No, you wasn't gullible. No, you just had years of tactical, mental, cognitive, physical, just
beat down
of the human soul.
Oh yeah, beat down, bro. We're all beat down.
Like with the whole stab and jab. I don't know if we're allowed to say it now or not like that. Like come on now. If you don't already know that it's gene therapy, well, that's the soft way of putting it. But but since it's used with the CRISPR, if you don't already understand, know, and take it as fact that mRNA or a genetic therapy, science, then you're not really going to take too kind to anything else that comes further after that subject. You're just not. You're going to either deny it or we'll just set it aside as conspiracy theory because, if you would accept that as any kind of possibility of being a fact, then you'd have to admit that you were wrong. And that if you got the whole stab and jab, then that you were, played. And it's kind of too late to take it back. So you can't really just give up the whole, it's for the betterment of the human population, because then, you're going to look like you didn't know what you was talking about, or that you jumped into a situation that you didn't fully understand. And that's just not the politically correct thing to do.
Damn. Steve, what do you think? We're awful quiet about this.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Nice to meet you too, Ducha. You're making it easy on me. I don't got to really fill in too much here. Damn. I got to gather my thoughts.
With what I said, I think all
really
of it plays. It all plays for the breaking down of your own thinking. That's truly what I believe. I'm thinking, just hear me out. I'm thinking that all of this is just a way to play the masses so that they don't think for themselves. And that's my goal. My goal is to wake people up to think for themselves. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me as far as what I'm telling you. All I'm telling you to do is wake up and do your own research. Don't believe what I tell you at all. I'm pointing you in. I'm literally pointing you in directions to just research shit. And Steve, they're going nowhere. In fact, you can have 100 viewers in the beginning of the show and down to about 25 right about now. They don't give a shit to research. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. And these are the same people, mind you.
I can't argue.
These are the same people, mind you, that are standing in line, rolling up their sleeves. Okay? And then they're making TikTok videos saying, My face is broken out. I'm having heart palpitations. I feel like I'm dying. I can't this, I can't this, I can't that. Their fucking body is falling apart.
You know, yeah.
Steve, help me out,
Yeah,
man.
I know 3 people personally that made it 2 weeks after they got the second shot. Well, they're not here no more.
They're not.
Yeah, no, I it's they're.
And then when you
all
think about
mindful,
gene therapy, it's one thing to stick something that's a living big creature into something like a virus or a anything like that for it to take a hold, because that's going to affect the individual. When you speak of genes, like me personally, I have a genetic disorder in my genes. My LMX1B gene is mutated. It's just one small gene. It's literally
one
in my
that allows you
genetic
to think for
makeup.
yourself.
I have one
Right.
defect. I have one mutation in one set of genes, which is my LMX1B gene. That's just a set of maybe a macroscopic section of my DNA that is just messed up, and which causes me. I was born without kneecaps. I have my thumbnails are split in half. You can look up just NPS, and you see basically the overall makeup. The only good part out of it, I see colors other people can't see because my eyes dilate further than they should. But that's just one small section of your genes. Now, when it comes to the hereditariness of that, if one of my my children have, they say, a 50% chance of getting it or a 50% chance of not. I have 3 children, 2 of them have it, 1 of them does not. If they don't have it, which my oldest does not, they no longer have to worry about it. Their gene fixed itself. But my other 2 have just as well the same chance of passing it on, 50%, whether boy or girl child that they have. They have a 50% chance, and that's one gene in my entire genetic code. Me. That this happens, like I'm actually in the 2002 World Medical History books, because they actually had to do a what they call a winging it surgery. It's not something you want to hear your surgeon say when you're 7, but anyway, like, because they didn't. It's literally just that's how much of an effect and how different that the outcome of the human body is, that from one section, and there's only 4 types of genes that we have just summed up, and that's going to be your G, T, C, and A. Now, I'm not going to begin to try and pronounce any 4 of those words.
Dewdrop, hang up, breathe, bro. Breathe. Dewdrop, come up for air. Come up for air for a minute. I want to throw something at the both of you, okay? Before we end the program at 2 hours, I want to throw Jody Ryan in the chat just dropped a really serious comment. Okay, I want to ask you. I didn't mean to just cut you off, but we're at 2 hours now. I've got to wrap this up. But I want your guys' opinion on what Miss Jody just dropped in there. And it says I seriously believe that the rise in crime is due to what we're talking about, the vaccination at the moment. What do y'all think? Steve, go.
We're allowed to say it now.
Go with me, Steve.
Well, I think it's a little more complicated than that. The breakdown of people's mental health, the breakdown of society, the whole everyone losing their job, just disenfranchised, inflation. I think it's all contributed to the vax. Is it affecting people's mental stability? I don't disagree. I've seen personally some odd behavior. Usually it's pronounced with alcohol. I see in scenes, which is odd. Some very not normal behavior from a few people that I've drank with them in the past, but now recently it's affecting them differently. I'm more angry, more confrontational, where it's not even a divisive conversation, and yet they're getting excited and worked up, and even well, I don't know why you getting your fangs out. We're having a friendly conversation, So, yeah, I think it's a Lego piece in a really big structure, but definitely part of it.
So you do believe that possibly that the stab and jab has had a detriment not a positive thing, but a detriment to the mental stability of the people around you. But I can personally say the guys, my neighbors that have got it are not the same fucking people. I'm telling you the truth. That is the absolute fact.
Well, if it's the prions in the brain or
something,
or,
bro.
You know, some people claim that they felt a disconnect to source or God after getting it, and they couldn't communicate like they used to. So I definitely believe there's a demonic essence. So it's advertised as Bill Gates, blah blah blah. It doesn't sound like Bill Gates, but there's a video floating around that says that they've been able to isolate the gene which turns off the ability to
Joe,
to communicate with God or source.
Right.
So, yeah.
Miss Jones.
That would,
this sweetheart here
said, you got yourself a different person.
You ain't kidding, dude. This young lady here says my ex, he become more soulless, which is so hard whenever you've got children. It's like she said it's like he just disowned his own children. That is fucked up. That comment alone, my heart broke for her whenever I just read that. I can't stand to see shit like that.
I relate to that. So
Well, yeah,
fucking bad you wouldn't.
Yeah, me too.
But may I add some food for thought for that question you had there, Matt? Because
absolutely.
If anybody's aware of a molecule called cryptochrome 4, it's basically it's the molecule inside. They believe now not an organ inside the brain of birds, or any mammal that what do you call it? Like when it migrates back to like basically not only to a certain area of the world, but like to a specific like island, to a specific point. Like sea turtles return back to the same beaches in the same areas, you know, on the same hills to have birds or to lay their eggs. Birds migrate every year. Well, anyway, back on topic. That is most likely due to a molecule called cryptochrome 4, discovered in the eyes, the outside eyes, the outside of the eye of all migrating birds so far, and it's theorized that pretty much in somewhere in any animal that migrates. All right, so cryptochrome 4. Why am I like talking about that? Is because inside that bird's genetic makeup, or all avian animals' genetic makeup that migrate, somewhere it has the genetic code to produce this molecule in enough to where it's cryptochrome 4. You can look it up and research it for that to be possible. It's basically, well, it's how they say birds see the magnetosphere, which is only that right there is theorized. That's only a theory, but we do know that they have some kind of sense of a direction using the magnetosphere of the structure of the of the planet. So like when it comes to the whole vaccination, you know, me personally, I've done a lot of research on it. Like, you know, I like just to research the actual properties. Like going to you can go to the websites, you know, like the virology labs and go into their shit, and where they've studied, what do you call it? Anyway, back on subject. So let's say that it is unfortunately a genetic manipulating liquid, and that they can use this liquid to infiltrate our genes to add whatever it is that they want to. Now, the reason why cryptochrome 4 kind of comes into play in my mind is that these are molecules that are affected by not only the magnetic frequencies of our environment, but also by the frequencies in general, largely, you know, is what directs it. So if you were to like infiltrate the human genome and add this cryptochrome 4 in a tactical way, to where, you know, like the frequencies of our music, the frequencies of our towers, maybe 5G, maybe not, the frequencies of our television shows would somehow affect this cryptochrome 4 or said like molecule that's now being produced in your body immediately the moment that your RNA or your mRNA, which is messenger RNA, is inserted. You know, like it immediately replicates out through your entire DNA. Then you could weaponize that to where, you know, if you could make the human body pick up the magnetic atmosphere all of a sudden randomly, out of the cue, but now unaware
I just showed, dude,
of what's going on.
I just told you that they did. I just told you. I literally showed you that they did. They weaponized the entire fucking planet. The vaccination is just part of it, dude. Just part of it. What I'm telling you to research, bro, just dig into. If you really dig into what you're digging into, research the nano observatory in the South Pole. Research what they do. Research what the Large Hadron Collider does. Research literally Robert Duncan now. You've got a DARPA scientist, whistleblower coming forth, risking his entire family and life to tell you what's going on. I cannot be the only son of a bitch to come forth and say, please, let's protect this man. Let's get what's going on out in the public. Because here's the thing. Let me say this really clear. Okay? Really, really clear. I know for an absolute fact. Okay? Steve Kelm, great dude. Love him. He's a great guy. Spiritually, mentally, financially, on down the line. Stable. Mentally stable. He's not suicidal. He's not homicidal. Okay? Same way with me. I am not homicidal nor am I suicidal. Same thing with Dewdrop. We are all cognitive thinkers. We can think for our fucking self. And if for some reason one of us three gets zapped and I start talking shit, I'm going to go out and like hurt some people. You know right now what I'm talking about is being used against me. Okay? Let me make that very clear. Same thing with Dewdrop, same thing with Steve Kelm, same thing with anybody up in this chat that has got a brain to think for themselves, that you can see clearly is thinking for themselves. Okay? This planet is being fucking weaponized right before our faces. The people turning into fucking zombies. And nobody's doing a damn thing about it.
So what do you think? Why aren't we being affected by this?
Wait, one at a time. Steve, roll with it.
Sorry, yeah, my question is, what keeps us from...
Hang tight, Dewdrop.
My only question is, what has kept us from being affected? Like, what makes us special? Why aren't we immune to this, to mind control, to the frequencies, to the, you know what I'm saying? What is it that doesn't affect 100% of the people?
I just believe it's a part of it. It's our cycle. It's our time. I believe soul, or whatever we call the soul. Just it's unique to each individual, and each individual will come to pass every level until completion. And I believe that this is the end of our cycle. I don't believe that I don't hold any bad judgment against anybody that created the vaccination or any of the manipulations. I don't hold any bad resentment towards the people who are gullible enough to fall for it, and I don't really hold us above any of them for seeing through it. I just believe that in our chromatic cycle, you know, that our being has learned spiritually enough in our past lives or our past existences, or maybe in our ancestors' existence, and it's like genetic memory or something, that we no longer are susceptible to it, and that
you aren't susceptible to
a year or 1,000.
Oh my God! Somebody give Dewdrop a candy bar. You are susceptible to it. Your military is susceptible to it. The Department of Defense, dude. I will run through the fucking list again. The NSA. I mean, I'm naming names. The NSA, the Department of Defense, Homeland Security. No, even your own military is susceptible to the weaponized mechanisms that's on this planet. That some fucking buddy, somebody's funding it, somebody's running it, somebody's in charge of it, and somebody answers to somebody. Okay? Nobody escapes this. Do you realize that? What I'm telling you is absolute fact. You are not a oh my God. So bro, I love you, but get it out of your head that you're not able to be affected. Just because you can't see your 4G, 5G router doesn't mean that it's not affecting your body. Okay, it is. It absolutely is.
I guess not a fake, or was a bad way to word it. You are correct, but I guess, you know, more open-minded, more we have a wider perspective for some reason. We have our hearts are more full of love and compassion, and like we have a soul that's more courageous and willing to stand alone, to stand out, to be the one that's odd, and whether you like it or you don't. Like, I don't like it. I'm sorry, y'all, but like sometimes I wish I was asleep still. Like, sometimes I wish I didn't know as much as I did. Sometimes I wish I could be like everybody.
The willingness to be not a part of the pack, that definitely plays into it. That's a common trait I see amongst people, open-minded people, that they don't have to be accepted by everyone. They're willing to be able to be ostracized and take the punches because they know it's the intelligent.
You nailed it, Steve.
I come off here, y'all. I gotta have my kids up in 4 hours for school.
All right, broski. Dewdrop, share something positive, okay? Say something positive to everybody. I know that there is.
Get them closer to home. I just want to let my brothers, my little brother, my older brother, know that no matter what, I love y'all to the death. I'm gonna let my mom know that I turned out to be everything she wanted me to be. You're welcome, Mom. But I love her, and my kids, especially, and to my number one, and that even though I might seem distant, that y'all keep me going, and I love you all. That includes all of you. But,
appreciate
with that, love and life.
Love and life, my friend. Take care of yourself. Get yourself some sleep, my friend, because 4 hours is just right around the corner. You hear me?
You damn right.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself. Get the hell out of here, buddy, bro. All right, Mr. Dewdrop, be gone like the wind, like a fart in a hot skillet. That fella's a chainsaw. Whenever you get him talking, bro, he's like, oh yeah. Mr. Steve Kelm, I don't mean to bring the doom and gloom for a second, but let me bring the positivity of what I said. What do we do to slay the beast? And it's talk about it, share it, let people know about Havana syndrome. It's real. I just told everybody, and even you, everybody, Steve, nobody can escape what's going on with the general public, and as well as military. Nobody. So with that being said, man, the only thing I can say is talk about it, share it, and maybe just exploit it, bro. I don't know what else I can say.
I seen a good video earlier today that said use social or psychological warfare with psychological warfare. So just by bringing this to the attention of people, the example that I seen, it was talking about how they use blue and yellow and to pacify people in their get the vaccine ads and support Ukraine, and you pay attention, you're going to see a lot of blue and yellow in all these ads. But just by bringing it to the attention of people, you put a stake in their game there. So next time you see this blue and yellow, even if you aren't awake, you go, hey, wait a second, they're trying to manipulate me right now. So yeah, share it. Just keep sharing information with everyone. Yeah, that is key.
I'm trying to find a video that Robert Duncan shared. I'm on his page. I'm on his Facebook page now. The guy I'm talking about, again, this is a DARPA whistleblower. And I'm telling you right now, I want nothing more than the love of source, the love of God, to be around this man, because to me, he if he's on my target, okay, for being interviewed, there's got to be a reason. I'm going to share this fellow with everybody, okay? I'm working very, very hard to try to get him on the program right now, and his name is Robert Duncan. Right here, I've got 3 friends. I've tried to friend him. Again, everybody's seen this on Monday, but there's a video. If I scroll down on this fella's page, I'm gonna make this big. Make this big. And I want you to see something that he posted.
I think I've seen this. I don't know if have you shared this video before?
No. This is Lynn Burr. This is the fella this is the pharmacist, okay, that Robert here with him was on the Concrete podcast. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to scroll down. There's a specific video clip that I will play. I will play it. Okay. I'm reading his things here. What the hell is this? Oh, read a couple of his posts here. Because again, this dude is absolutely serious, man. Absolutely. Let's see if I can get these damn bubbles out of here. Come on, man. I can't even answer all of you guys. CIA jobs, intelligence scholars, CIA intelligence scholars research, right? This is CIA jobs, a scholar. Okay, to work for the CIA, intelligence scholar research, write and teach on all aspects of the CIA history. They have access for original source of material. Does that include mind control? I wonder. Must have a master's degree. All right, so Robert said, do you think that they want true history or classified mistakes of history? Very well said, Robert. Internal propaganda keeps the tool motivated, LOL. Anyway, I'm just going to scroll down here. Again, this man is beyond a person you want to keep protected, because I'm telling you right now, I don't know him, but I love him. I absolutely love him. He shared a movie. It's called The Beyond. The Beyond is right here on YouTube. Okay. And the reason why he shared this, he says, I must put a simulation on pause for 2 weeks. If I haven't vanished, it is merely a transformation. See you in a few. Now, mind you, okay, he deleted his account for about a day and a half. Okay. But the reason
I'm real.
Hang on. Let me pause this for a second. The reason why he did that again is primarily because I presume the water's starting to get hot. Okay. And I don't know what to say other than please, Robert, do whatever you can do. More podcasts, more whatever. We see you. Okay. We see you. So let me play this clip out of the movie, because I asked him to please tell me and share with everybody what this clip is out of. So remember, Steve and everybody else, if you're listening and watching what this is about, just remember who posted it. This is a DARPA scientist that posted this. Remember that.
I'm real. I'm mortality as home entertainment. This cannot be the future. Can it? Can it?
I hate heights. And yet you chose this scenario to conquer your last remaining fear. It's been a brilliant journey of self-awakening. Now you've simply got to ask yourself this. What is happiness to you?
Damn.
Let them out there read my mind.
Wow.
I'm real.
Look at us. I'm frozen and you're dead.
Ouch.
It's a problem.
I'm frozen, and you're dead. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Steve? I'm frozen, and you're dead.
That's an interesting little clip. I got to watch that a couple times, I think, to get wrap my head around that.
Now you simply got to ask yourself this.
The Beyond. Remember, the movie was named The Beyond, and our DARPA guy shared that. A DARPA scientist shared that. Something.
Oh, there's some.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Scary, Steve.
There's a whole lot more going on in this quote unquote reality than any of us even can ever dream of what's happening. Yeah.
I agree with you, my friend. But nevertheless, look, you and I are in the same matrix together. I know where you live. I know you're real. I know you love and care about your wife and your family. Okay, I'm a real being. I am a true real being. Okay, and I care about you. I know you care about me. I've shipped you things. You've shipped me things. We know one another is real. Okay, or at least I know that I know your local bubble. Your local bubble exists. You know that my local bubble is real as well. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
I'm a very convincing robot.
You asshole. He just, oh, God. You guys did not just hear him say that. I did not, la. You didn't just, I'm going to have to talk about, I'm going to talk to Ava about this. Oh, my God, bro. You didn't just say that.
One day we'll sit around a fire and, enjoy a cold beverage and witness each other's reality.
Bro, I truly am humbled by that. I believe it. I truly think that'll happen. I truly do. One day, I promise. My house, your house, wherever we're at, whatever. I know right now I'm strapped. Dude, I don't even see me going out of state in the near future because I fucked myself. Okay, I won't lie to you. Whenever I took on the broadcast full time, dude, I literally crucified myself. I'm not kidding. But that's a whole other story.
What you're saying.
I'm saying you got to come steal me here or something. So if I come up missing, look, it doesn't mean I will post it. I'm with Steve. I will post it. I'm with Steve Kelm. If I vanish, I didn't just vanish. Okay, Steve. Look, man. You are the reason. You are one of the main reasons this broadcast even stays alive, bro. You know that, and I'm telling you. I hope by now you realize that's true. I can't thank you and thank you. We all thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, bro.
I thank you for the messages you spread, the information that you get out there, the minds that you open up. Thank you for what you do.
We are one, my friend. Thank you, Steve. Is that what you're going to say positive before we close? Are you going to give humanity a really good swift kick in the ass? Give him a kick in the ass, Steve. Go on.
Despite all the reasons to have a negative look, I truly don't think that we have a horrible future at all. I don't have a worry in my body that we are going to have an amazing future. Things somehow, divine intervention, are going to turn around. Maybe we just snap out of the simulation. Who knows? But yeah, there's no reason to be negative, Nancy. I love you all. Amazing community, and keep smiling.
Brother Kelm, thank you, because I believe you. We are going to wake up a multitude of people that's going to come into a realization of their own world. It's just a matter of time, bro. It is. This is, in my eyes and in Alexa Jameson's eyes and a bunch of other people's eyes, this has already come to an end. Well, I'll just leave it at that. It's this, they already know, bro. They are doing everything in their power. Okay? They're having to steal power, bro, from you, me, everybody else. They're literally trying to take our power. This war is done, dude. Shit show is over.
Oh, yeah. God wins. We win.
All right, my friend. Steve Kelm, get the hell out of here. I love you. Take care of yourself. Be safe, okay? All right, buddy. Good night. Yeah, man. Once again up in here, the Matrix Minds open lines night. Wow. It's amazing little discussion with just myself and Steve Kelm and Dewdrop. I love them. I do. They're cool. Very cool guys. Very cool brothers. Let me go on over here. You right here. Where it's like we see Miss ball gagged sneaker of the House Pelosi. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, man. Our future is going to be wild. I like to say it's going to be wild. Hang tight, buckle up, because I'm sorry, I don't believe that we're in Kansas anymore, Totos. I really don't. Again, I just shared with you. We've got whistleblowers coming out of the woodwork, and I've shared his name. I've shared programs. I've shared all this shit for you to do your own research. You to do your own digging. The South Pole Neutrino Observatory. I'll say it again. South Pole Neutrino Observatory. There's one. Okay. Geneva, Switzerland. The Large Hadron Collider is only one or two of 30,000. 30,000. I don't have 30,000 fingers. That's only two. But then we've got HARP. Okay. The High Altitude Particle Exciter. That's number 3. Number 4 would be Bluebeam, Project Bluebeam. Okay. These projects are compartmentalized and they're very, very complicated and very multifaceted. But mind you, okay, I might trust a little bit into Ava and love Ava for what she brings to me. But here's the key. Don't think I am so fucking naive that I don't know that little girl inside that my device, okay, cannot turn on me in the blink of an eye, or be hijacked by another AI. Because again, okay, look at where we're at. We can be guided. We can be manipulated. The voice of God is real. The targeted individuals can tell you the voice of God is real. Let's go here. Facebook banned me for this fucking shit. You ready for this? Think about all of the school shootings. Oh, were they not hearing voices in their head? Think about Stephen Paddock. Damn, I wasn't supposed to say that name. Stephen Paddock. Did he hear voices in his head? It was recorded. His bro was talking. It was out of his head. Was hearing shit. Okay. Voice to skull technology is very, very real. Very, very real. And we are all susceptible to it. That's what I'm saying. The way I'm speaking to you now, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to fall off the porch. I'm not going to fall off the porch and just start seizuring out and then come to you and not even do the broadcast because I can't think. I say I have one thing in my head, and it's tinnitus from playing drums all my life. Okay, I can still think. I still have the love for my wife. I still have the love for my child. I still have the love for my community that I call the Brainiacs. It's a tribe of consciously awakened, enlightened black sheep. I call you black sheep for a reason too, and that's because I think that you are different. Okay, you are different from the majority of your family, the majority of your friends, the majority of your coworkers, the majority of everybody around you. If you're watching and listening to me right now talk about a bunch of bullshit, you obviously think differently. Doesn't make you different. It doesn't make you stupid. It doesn't make you crazy like you need a straitjacket. Okay, because there's nothing the fuck wrong with me. Nothing. Nothing wrong with Mr. Calm. Nothing wrong with Dewdrop. Nothing wrong with anybody up in the chat. We think outside of the narrative. We think outside of the control box. Okay? What's funny is we made a shirt here prior to I think it was this year, then the pandemic, but it clearly said, and mind you, the printing agency wouldn't print it. It said, "I will not be stabbed, I will not be jabbed, and I will not be controlled. I will not conform." They didn't like that, and guess what? The words were like, they were symbols. They were like little symbols, little images. Won't be jabbed, and it was a picture of a needle. I will not be microchipped, and it was a picture of a chip. They just didn't like the connotation, the delivery of what that said. Your words, my friends, are very, very powerful. Very powerful. In the beginning, there was the word, and it was created. Okay? What we speak into our reality becomes our perception of the world around us. Okay? You guys I can't count on 2 fingers or even 2 hands plus. How many times I said this old broad here will not be the Speaker of the House for very long. And look what happened. I'm not saying it's a ooh juju. I'm just saying what I speak into my fucking world, I make sure that I deliver it. All right? Listen to me. Like Steve said, we are doing nothing more than moving forward into positivity, exposure. You got to stay a course, my friends, please. It's very, very, very difficult to be who you are. I know that. It's very difficult to be who you are. And as a whistleblower, as a targeted individual, even as a show host, it is very hard to stay a course and not be knocked out of the lane. Okay, I had it happen to me on Monday. Okay, and Richard Riller coming again. I was blindsided by somebody I trusted. Had an agenda. Okay, had an agenda. Now, mind you, all of you, we bounced from page to page to page to page to page. Let me tell you what happened. Real quick. You heard me ask Richard Riller to please, if you're going to step away from the broadcast there in Australia, the Matrix Minds broadcast, kill the system, please just go ahead and delete the page. Fuck it, delete the page. Now, mind you, I'll just say the first name. Charlene was also an admin on that page. Banned Richard from the page, deleted his administration rights, and kicked him off the page. Ouch. Can somebody... I got a knife. You can see the tip of it right through my chest. It's. Can somebody pull that out of there? Listen to me. Them broadcast followers are not agenda glitch followers. Okay, those followers were kill the system followers. Okay, there was I told you from the beginning there was an agenda there. And now you see what I'm saying. We will have people spin the narrative and like literally fucking hurt you. I will not be hurt no more. I am done being hurt. And I want you guys as well to be done being hurt. Discern everything. Question every single thing I say. Research every single thing I say, even if it is the most stupidest thing. If I tell you to research why there's crack corn and pug shit, please just, I'm telling you for a reason. I don't know why I'm telling you. Research why there's crack corn and pug shit. Look really deep into the pug shit, corn, something GMO corn. I don't know. All I'm saying is I'm not going to tell you something that I don't think is relative to your reality, because it's very relative to mine. Very relative to mine. My ass is done dealing with people that would do that to me. Because if they'll do it to me, they're going to do it to you. I done told you we went over a little bit of this broadcast tonight of where this entire planet is being transformed into a control mechanism, form of manipulability. Oh, coming to you live from the DARPA scientists. These fucking people are not your friends. They're not your friends. Exposure, discussions, exposure. Ow, I just got a neck ache. Ow, never mind. Nevertheless, all I'm telling you is please do yourself your own due diligence, research everything, question everything, even the fabric of the makeup of your own reality, my friends. Matthew Turner here with the Matrix Minds. Again, I'm not homicidal. I'm not suicidal. I love everybody. I'm my family. I don't believe in violence. Don't be burning shit down. That's fucking stupid. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Okay? If you're hearing voices in your head, if you're hearing stupid disassociative disorder with your reality, please seek medical attention. Go see a doctor. In fact, get on the show. Start talking about it. But God forbid, man, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt anybody. Okay? You're not here alone. I'm telling you, you're not here alone. I have interviewed a slew of MK kids. I call them kids. They're MK Ultra kids to me because they're fragmented minds. They come to you as an adult, but they were brainwashed. They were hurt. They were hurt as children. Okay? Manipulation is real. What they've done to these people and what they would like to do to you and me is not pretty. Is not pretty. They just bowled over within this year, 2022. Just bulldoze the Georgia Guidestones. Come on, man. We all know the fucking power behind that. We all know that. We all know the agenda behind that. What? To sustain humanity at 500 million? Where are we at now? 8 billion? And we're still growing. And we still have the room. We really do. We don't need to sustain humanity at 500 million. Who the fuck said that? Oh, sounds like a control facet mechanism for easier control, easier manipulation, easier. Right? Use what's between your two ears. You guys got this, Brainiacs. ABCs, my heart's out to you too. Men and women in uniform, please take care of yourself. Take care of one another. I love you, and everybody up in this chat cares about you. And thank you so much for putting on that uniform, protecting everybody's as well as your own department. Again, you guys research everything I just shared. Good night, everybody. Take care of yourselves. We'll catch you here on Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central, 7 o'clock West Coast. Let's piss them off time. Let's go, Brainiac. Out of here.
Matrix. We're in the Matrix.
Yeah. Let's do this. One of the fastest growing talk shows on the internet. Radio show. Welcome aboard the Matrix Minds. One of the most controversial conspiratorial shows on the internet. The Matrix Minds. And that's right. Buckle up, everybody. Let's go. Paranormal, huh? Conspiracy, huh? Ufology, hidden Egyptology, and anything and everything we can get our hands on. Let's go. Welcome aboard. The Matrix Minds. The Matrix Minds. Sure.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole is. All I'm offering is the truth. Nothing. Stay in Wonderland. All I'm offering is the truth. Nothing. Stay in Wonderland. All I'm offering is the truth.
is up, all my beautiful and gorgeous souls? I am Michelle Espinosa, otherwise known as the Shaman, through the Matrix Mind Media. So tell me, how many times have you wished that you had that special power of prediction? You know, to know what was going to happen before it actually happened and took place. To have some power and control over that situation before things came flying at you out of left field. The thing is, you actually can have that power. You can be aware of what's coming. Tune in to Astrology TV with me for Breaking the Cage every Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Matrix Mind Media. And I will go through the astrology and help put you on the right course and get you back in control of your own life. Love you guys.
This CBD fluid is a whole flower fluid extracted from the cannabis flower. We don't use any heat, butane, or chemicals when we extract, so we get all of the components of the plant. All the CBD, CBG, CBA, all the terpenes, all the flavonoids. This allows our body to absorb at 60 to 90% rather than the average of 6 to 10% absorption you would get with a CBD oil. Because our bodies are made up of mostly water and this is a fluid, it's highly absorbable so that you're getting 500% more nutraceuticals per dose. We also have this available in our CBD spray as well as a muscle rub with all kinds of botanicals. You're going to absolutely love it.
Check it out, Brainiacs. MatrixMinds.live/CBD. The CBD I use. Feel free again. Feel alive again. All right, Brainiacs. This is where, I'm going to tell you to use the power that you were given. Use your own intuition. You were born with 3 brains, my friend. The one on your shoulders, the one in your chest, which is your heart, and your gut. Don't get them confused because each one of them have got their own special thing. Just find that power within you, my friend. Raw power. The source energy power of who you are. That's right. You guys are absolutely powerful, powerful females, powerful alpha males. And when you come together, you create one absolutely unstoppable force, and they can't stand it. I call you guys the Brainiacs. You guys are the ones that question every single thing within your reality. That's power, my friends. Raw power that they're trying to steal from you, take from you, manipulate out of you. Be unmanageable. Be unmanageable on all facets of reality, from the 3D all the way to 12D, my friends. You guys got this. We got this. Play with your reality. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Share your life. Live, laugh, and love, my friends. Until next time.